Joining me now to discuss the massive shakeup at the White House, the executive editor of the Weekly Standard, Fred Barnes, radio host, Washington Times columnist, New York Times bestselling author, Fox News contributor, Tammy Bruce, and Ed Rollins, 3 presidential administrations, chief political advisor of the House Republican leadership, the dean himself, Ed Rollins. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Let's start, Tammy, with you.
Yeah.
The White House shakeup. It's sort of a strange reaction, as you heard there in the Twitter verse. They don't seem to ever approve of anything President Trump does.
If people like Bill Kristol liked it, I'd worry. You want to see these same kind of usual suspects be very upset. A lot in the media are upset. And that,
I got to say about Bill Kristol. Sorry, I mean, I really do. Kristol decides that's a third worldization, an advancement of that. Scaramucci, you can measure him, his net worth in the hundreds of millions. I mean, I can't quite get the third world reference.
It's like Bret Stephens' column also in the New York Times. It's this new anti-intellectualism that if you didn't go to the same schools, oh look, Scaramucci, he's Harvard, but he's Italian, of course. Remember, there's still some kind of issues regarding that. But I think that you've got a group of people. Trust me.
Where did you come up with that?
Come on, come on, it was remarkable. For Giuliani, being the mayor of New York and then running for president, but there's still an issue. You've got the
We're going to
Italians
have to have a special category for resurrected bigotry in America.
But you've got to wonder if it's about anti-intellectualism, or you didn't go to the right schools, or you don't go to the right cocktail parties, or you just like Donald Trump. That is the new dynamic that sets you apart, that there must be something wrong.
So you think that Bret Stephens has a bit of a snooty establishment way about it?
Oh, I do. I think these individuals, they like having the dynamic that they've enjoyed, the power, what they think is the influence, and they don't want to share it.
Fred, would you like to weigh in on the snooty establishmentarianism of so many of, of your editorial ilk?
Well, I think there's a lot of it. We see it. I'm not going to name any names, but it's certainly out there, and we see it in so much of the mainstream media that wants to do something that has really never been done by the press, and that is intentional, and that is to drive Donald Trump out of office.
Yeah, but I think we can be even more inelegant than we've been to this point. The fact of the matter is, President Trump ran against the establishment of both parties, the business establishment, the social establishment, the academic establishment. And now he is beset from every quarter by, guess what? The establishment, throwing billions of dollars at subverting his presidency. It seems to me that straightforward. What do you think, Ed?
Absolutely. And as a guy that's totally anti-establishment and has no credentials whatsoever, having gone to a great state school in California and basically always having been against the Washington establishment, even though I've been a part of it, I think what Trump is doing is he's shaking it up, and I think that's a good thing. I hope that Scaramucci can perform at the level he needs to, but more important, I hope that he can give the president the kind of advice and counsel, because I think the president likes him because he's a peer.
Let's turn to the Dems' new slogan, though, to just show you how much threat they represent to this great constitutional republic. They've got a new slogan. It is a beauty. Listen to this. Are you ready? Have we got a full screen for this, please? Hello? I'm sorry? Oh, we got the commercial. Even better. I'm not used to seeing live video at this point in the show. Roll it, if you will.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
There it is. And the Dems' new slogan, a better deal, better skills, better jobs, better wages. It's a lot like that Papa John thing, don't you think?
Better dough. Look, we decided it's just
or
like
more dough.
More dough. Paul Ryan's better way. We decided we wanted the better jobs and the better way, and we did that last year with Donald Trump. So we agree that this, though, brings up that if you've been in Washington for decades and you're suggesting there's something better, why didn't we get the better at the start?
Yeah.
So were you like holding it back?
How about this? Let's get to the other part of this and then get right to, as they used to say, the nub. That's being hackneyed but out of date. Fred, I want you to weigh in on this.
Okay.
Why not just say the hell with health care and let the Democrats eat it? Crush them and get it out of Donald Trump's way, get it out of the way of a GOP leadership in both houses of Congress that they can't do anything. So let's just move on and let the Democrats live with the death spiral and the consequences.
Well, I tell you what I think would happen then, and that is that Republicans would be forced into bailing out Obamacare. That's why it's so important to pass this bill in the Senate and go to
Why do the Republicans always have an excuse? Why do they always have an excuse? You know, you guys are being pummeled.
I'm not giving them an excuse. I think they've acted ridiculously, and they haven't been able to put together a team. There are a lot of conservatives and liberals who don't back the health care plan, and they are going to make us wind up with
Democratic
Obamacare.
Conference doesn't.
Mm-hmm. Well, that too. But the Republicans are the problem at the moment.
My favorite thing is we're going to vote on something next week. We're just not sure what we're going to vote on next week. Don't go home because we're going to vote on something next week. I mean, that's absurd. That's
after 5 years.
And you're either going to go make your run and try and get a health care repeal, or you're basically going to lose. And I think they're going to lose anyway. So I think at the end of the day, your premise is going to be what it is going to be. It's going to be the law of the land. Obamacare is going to remain until it crashes and burns.
And
unfortunately, I agree.
And Donald Trump will be proved right. Get the heck out of the way and let the Democrats have their way and destroy themselves.
Yeah.
Tammy Bruce, Fred Barnes, Ed Rollins.
Thank you.
Thank you.